Hi guys, welcome to a new series, North Node in Scorpio. So my eyes are smoky. I'm wearing this latex kind of thing. So all of you who are faint of heart, I want you to click away right now because we're about to dive in the realm of Scorpio. Actually, I'm kidding. If you're here, stay here. That means you need to hear this. So before we dive into the mysterious and powerful sign of Scorpio, let's talk about your South Node in Taurus. Give you a general idea of, what you're coming into this incarnation with. So my South Node in Taurus, you guys are my practical, simple, comfortable folk. You guys are people that love stability, love security. You love your comfort zone. You've had many lifetimes where you were able to build that comfort zone around you, and you more than likely did it on your own, with your own hands, with your own money, with your own resources. Taurus is very self-reliant. Anytime you have an earth sign in the South Node, you're dealing with self-reliant energy. Earth signs are grounded, they're practical, they're simple in a sense of they don't like to waste time. They just they know what they want to do and they go for it, but in their own way. So Taurus can be, Taurus doesn't like to be rushed. You guys are people that have your own timing. Anybody will probably say that you're kind of slow in a sense, because Taurus knows how to spoil itself. Taurus knows what's valuable. Taurus knows what feels good. Taurus lifetimes, you guys explored all your senses, all of them. You explored the idea of luxury. You explored their idea of money, of financial security, and more than likely, you had many lifetimes where that was one of the most important things for you, was safety, security, stability, and how can I provide that for myself. Taurus South Nodes, you guys are my builders. You can build anything. You're very good with your hands. You're very good with your hands, meaning you can build a house if need be. You can build your own shelter. You can do things around the house. You're great with interior design. You have an eye for beauty. Taurus knows what beauty looks like, knows how to create beauty around them. Taurus loves to surround himself or herself with comfort, with beautiful things. Their comfort zone is the most important thing for Taurus. So, and that's why Taurus doesn't like to be rushed. Taurus does everything on his own time. So what else? Taurus is stubborn. Taurus is the most stubborn sign of the zodiac. So you guys, my Taurus South Node people, very stubborn people. You do not like for anybody to tell you what to do. Because you're so grounded, because you're so set in your way of what you need to do for yourself, because Taurus can be selfish in a sense of, I'm going to provide this security for myself. And especially in the South Node, it's going to be reflected that way. So you are really big on, putting yourself first, but on your own. You'll always do it with your own hands, because you don't want to depend on anybody. Taurus likes to do everything himself, herself. They have tremendous willpower. They have tremendous stamina to get something done. Very hardworking people, just like Capricorns. They're slow, they're methodical, but you guys are just, if something needs to be accomplished, you are here for the long haul. That's what Taurus does. Taurus doesn't rush. Taurus has the most patience in the world, and Taurus will see something through because they have all the time in the world to wait for it. What else? Taurus South Nodes, big emphasis on money, on stability, on material security. You guys had lifetimes where you guys were merchants. You guys were, financial guys, hedge fund managers, stock market people, bankers, anybody who dealt with money, from the most primitive ideas of money, the merchant that's selling, skins of animals somewhere. You guys are my traders. You guys are the ones that got on ships and went around and brought goodies to other parts of the world. You guys were the ones who were the first, ideas of bankers, people that manage money, because money. You know money very well. You know the value of things. You know the value. You in your mind, because Taurus is the South Node, you can buy anything with money. In your idea, there's nothing in this world that money can't buy. And more than likely, you know how to do that. You know how to accomplish that, because you're like, if I can put enough time and if I can put enough of my own resources of money, I can accomplish it. That's Taurus, very like tunnel vision. What else? Taurus South Nodes, indulgent lifetimes. You know, just as you are a hard worker and you can put in the long hours and the patience and all of that and the stamina, you are also, you could be pretty lazy. You know, Taurus doesn't mind working hard, but Taurus will also take all the time in the world that he or she needs to relax. Taurus knows how to pamper. You guys know how to pamper yourselves. You know how to take care of your skin, your appearance. You like to dress nice. You like for things to be comfortable. You love comfort. The bull loves comfort, and the bull will never sacrifice anything for his or her comfort. Yeah. So as you can tell, you know, because of all of that, now let's talk about the bad stuff about Taurus South Node. Stagnation. It's something that I cannot stand. Stagnation, because whenever you are in your comfort zone, whenever your fridge is full, whenever your bank account is full, there's no reason for development. There's no reason to freaking do anything. There's no reason to risk anything. Taurus does not like risks. Taurus does not like surprises. Taurus likes predictability, accountability. You know, if I do this, what am I going to get out of it? Taurus always wants to know, if I put in my time and my resources, what am I going to get down the road? And if that looks good and valuable to you, then you will go with it. So yeah, so if everything is there, if all you know, if you have the resources that you need, the money, like I said, the fridge is full, the house is warm and cozy, there's no need for change, right? Because you're comfortable. There's no need for transformation. There's no need for growth. Why do I need to grow? Why do I need to freaking understand anything in this lifetime? I'm good. I'm full. I can go buy myself whatever I want. I can go get a massage if I want. Why the hell do I need to, you know, what's wrong with me just being lazy like this? Nothing wrong with that. But as a matter of fact, if I were to pick 2 sins from the 10 commandments that pertain to Taurus South Nodes, it would be gluttony and greed. So you guys are my one perfect image of Taurus in the South Node would be that big fat merchant that is sitting there in his own gold, and he's full. He's got so much money, like Scrooge McDuck, and he's swimming in it, and he's basically eating it, but he's still empty. He's still like, I want more, I want more. That's the idea of the worst case scenario of Taurus South Node, is that gluttonous, greedy, probably fat guy or girl, you know, that merchant that is just dressed in gold, and he's just, all he knows is that he's full everywhere, but he's still unsatisfied. Do you see it? So now, if we talk about your North Node in Scorpio, guys, we got to get out of the comfort zone. We got to get done with stagnation. Stagnation is a no-no for you guys, because you guys, there wasn't a lot of transformation in your lives. You know, when you have everything at your disposal, there's no drama, there's no trauma, there's just comfort. And after a while, it's boring in a sense. You know, Taurus, you are in a sense bored. Deep down, you're like, damn, I'm kind of tired. I'm tired of eating these donuts. I'm tired of stuffing myself. I'm tired of all these clothes. Because inside of you, you're yearning to live life on the edge, you know, to get out of your comfort zone, to get out from under the blanket, and to go live life on the edge, and to go and throw yourself into the most crazy situations to experience them. And that's what Scorpio North Node is about. Scorpio North Node is about getting away from the comfort, getting away from the safety, getting away and trusting that if you lose all your money today, if you lose everything, all your gold, that you will still be okay, that you will still figure out a way to do it. And not necessarily through hard work, but it's going to be through energy. You know, Taurus thinks that the biggest asset in this world is money. Taurus firmly believes that, Taurus South Nodes. But actually the most important asset on earth is energy. Whoever can, you know, and every one of us has energy that we contribute to things. So whoever can attract the attention of most people gets their energy, and energy feeds, you know. So you, with Scorpio North Node, you're going to learn how to see energy, how to see people, you know, how to see people and figure out people, how to figure out why they do what they do, you know. So you will figure out that the real richness has nothing to do with money. It has to do with diving into the person in front of you, figuring them out, and maybe even using their resources to accomplish what you want to accomplish. So in a way, there is a way of manipulation to Scorpio North Nodes. Don't be afraid of that. Because with Taurus South nodes, you are all about my money. I can do whatever I want. I don't owe anybody nothing. So, but now you're here to get away from that and to kind of see the beauty of interaction with people. And maybe even using people in a sense, but not using them, more like studying them. You know, you got to become the psychologist. You got to be on that empty stomach and get the food that you really need, not the physical food, you know, not stuffing yourself, but the food of experience, of studying, of psychology, of figuring people out, of reading people, of being intuitive, you know, trusting your intuition versus get away from your senses. Trust your intuitive. Trust that you got to bring your Sherlock Holmes out and see how things work in this world, how power is actually manifested, that it's not all about money, that power can be manifested in different ways, that power can be you know, somebody's beauty, power can be in somebody's voice, power can be in the way they dress, you know, different ways of power. You're going to see that. Scorpio is all over the place. You're going to learn with sexuality. You're going to dive deep into sexuality and what it is, that it's not just self-gratification, that it can be a transformative tool. So anyway, all right, guys, now let's dive into each house in particular and see what you're going to be working with, okay? All right. North Node in Scorpio in the second house. So before we dive in, let's talk about your South Node in Taurus in the 8th. So we take Taurus and we put it in the Scorpio house, 8th house. What happens? Let's first talk about the good stuff, about what you guys are good at with Taurus in the 8th. You guys are great at using other people's resources. You know, you're very good at managing them. You're very good at putting a price on human life, putting a price on everything around you. You know, 8th house had to do with drama, trauma, sex, other people's resources, meaning their bodies, their minds, their emotions, everything, you know. So we're putting a money sign into the house of everything but money. Well, money too, but other things besides money, other things that are, other resources that are in this world, people's energies, people's bodies, thoughts, everything. So if I put Taurus in the 8th, you're very good at putting a price on everything. Price on human suffering, price on trauma, on pain, and you are very good at knowing how to manage all of that. That is beneficial to you. Because if I put Taurus in the South Node, that means that everything you did was beneficial for you. You know, you knew how to indulge in everything, indulge in other people and everything they had to give, and you knew how to, you know, how to sustain that and manage that and continue that, you know, and you were very, almost like a puppeteer that knew how to get what he wanted from everybody else. You know, and it was all about self-gratification. And at the same time, you know, with Taurus there, you were all about, you guys are here for me, and you're mine, and you will do what I want. You know, that's 8th house Taurus. That's how I see 8th house Taurus. So I know I said that's the good part. I mean, it is a good part in a sense, because you are able to come into a situation, keep your head cool, because Taurus never loses their head. Taurus is always like, all right. And you're able to simplify. You're able to simplify all the processes and all the things that some people freak out at and run away. You're able to come in and say, okay, all right, so this guy's dead. You know, what can we do about this? How can we move this here, here, here? You came in with a very practical, business-like mind into a place where, you know, it's hard to be practical, because 8th house is, anytime I talk about the 8th house, you guys know it's always about chaos and pain and drama and trauma and everything that's taboo, you know, sexual stuff, perversions, everything that we don't even look at, or everything that we are guilty to look at, all of that stuff. So you came into that and you looked at it very practically, and nothing scared you. You know, you put a price on everything. You were able to put a price on sex, death, suffering, and everything else. So you saw everything as everything that can be manipulated with money. It can be manipulated, you know, the right way. So, okay, so now you see what the problem with that is that technically you can't put a price on human life. You can't put a price on that, but you were able to, you know. So you were that merchant that dealt in a lot of products that you were the one that provided people with, including yourself, with very sick ways of entertainment. You know, I would say it like that too. And one thing that comes to mind is, you know, movies like Hostel, movies, ideas where rich people, because they're so bored, they pay money to see people suffer. They pay money to see crazy sexual ideas. You know, they pay money to because they're so bored, because they have everything they need. They pay money to see something freaky deaky in order to kind of go, oh, okay, that was fun. See, something like that. Don't freak out. Don't, you know, don't be upset. It's just that's the lives you lived at. You know, anytime 8th house south nodes, that comes with so much baggage that you even yourself don't know what the hell's over there. I'm just giving you ideas of how it could have played out. So you thought that you owned everything and anything. You could buy any kind of sexual experience. You could make money from death. You could profit from death. So, you know, if we talk about, what else could go there? You know, you were somebody who maybe made money off of taking somebody's life. You know, maybe you were somebody who called the shots on, you know, on assassins, you know, and said, okay, you guys got to take this guy out, and, you know, those kind of ideas. You were that bad guy that, because of financial reasons, was like, okay, we have to wipe out this whole village, you know, stuff like that. Like you saw everything with a price tag attached to it, and nothing made you uncomfortable, nothing scared you, because you're like, I know how to make it work for me. So, so you were stingy. Just even though you were using everybody else and you were putting a price tag on everybody else and every experience, you at the same time were stingy. You were stingy because it was all about you, you know. So it was very, it was all about your satisfaction, your indulgence on your time. Everything was about you. And if we talk about sex, and Taurus in the South Node pertaining to sex, same thing, you know, ideas of paying for sex, ideas of, you know, being possessive of because Taurus will always have possessive tendencies in the South Node. So being possessive of everything that you paid for. Once again, you know, I paid for you, I own you, you will do whatever I want. Another idea could be, I just watched the movie American Psycho, something like that, like Christian Bale, where it's all about gratification. It's all about me, very competitive, me being better than others, me having a lot of money, me having everything I want, expensive suits, you know, expensive face care, a perfect body. But in the 8th house, you know, there was no appreciation of human. There was no appreciation, because he, you know, Christian Bale in that role as Patrick Bateman, he saw people as just things to compete with, things to buy. He thought he could buy everything, you know, things he could use for his own gratification, you know. But inside he was bored. He was so bored with his life that he was looking for ways to gratify himself, to fill that void, you know, because Taurus in the South Node could be that greediness, that empty hole of like, feed me, you know. And no matter what, how much money you have, no matter what you're doing, no matter how crazy and sex you're having, it's still not enough, you know. That idea with Taurus, it will be, it's not enough, I want more, that gluttony. So in that case, you know, when you have everything, you know, you're bored, and you're like, well, if only I could have this, and then you have this and it's not enough. So it's that kind of idea where you looked at people as, you know, things that you could buy, things that you could use, and it was all about your self-gratification. So yeah, so, oh Lord, I talked so much about the South Node. Let's go to the North Node. North Node in the 2nd in Scorpio, you're here to value, you know, intensity. You're here to value and share. But for that, you're going to have to start seeing things. You're going to have to value the idea of humans, you know, who they are. You can't look at them as things anymore that you can buy and own and manipulate. You know, you have to look at them as, you know, everybody is energy, everybody is worthy, everybody is beauty. You know, a Scorpio in the second, you're going to have to value, you're going to have to start valuing different things. You're going to have to start valuing people for the beauty that they are, for what they offer energetically. You know, you're going to have to like start being able to read people, being able to see the value in everybody and the beauty in everybody and sharing with everybody. You will be asked to share, even though it's a Taurus house in the second, you're going to have to share yourself, and you're going to have to do it from an energetic point of view, not as in consumption, but it's going to be more like sharing. I'm sharing myself with you. You're going to have to go from being stingy to being open, and sexually as well, because second house is the house of indulgence, you know, of spoiling yourself. So with Scorpio there, you're going to have to, you know, study people. You know, you can't look at people anymore as things. You cannot put a price tag on everything. You're going to have to see that it's impossible to measure somebody. It's impossible to measure love. It's impossible to measure sex. It's impossible to measure, you know, your way of thinking is going to have to shift. You're going to have to start seeing the beauty of things. Not, you know, not everything has a cost. You're really going to have to let go of that stubbornness and that, you know, cold approach, and just kind of like seeing, and I know I say it all the time, a lot, but like, you know, you're going to have to start seeing the value in the exchange between people, in the energetic exchange, in a smile, in a kiss, in a hug, things like that. You know, when you touch somebody, you will have to feel them, really feel them, and read them energetically, feel their warmth. When you're having sex, it's not going to be mechanical and like, you know, do everything I want. It's going to be about, I'm sharing myself with this person, I'm feeling this person, I'm reading this person. And then you will, as you start seeing people as valuable and seeing them as full, you know, as priceless, and as, you know, as priceless, you're going to start, you know, your interaction with them is going to become different. You're not going to take as much. You're going to give more, and you'll be transformative. You know, they will transform you, and you will transform them through this exchange of things. And also, you know, second house is about money. You're going to have to make your own money. And with Scorpio in the second, you can make money through that psychological idea, you know, studying people, that idea of, you know, therapy in a sense, idea of empowering people, you know, transforming them. You'll be asked to transform. You'll be asked to see that not everything is so freaking simple and tangible and buy and sell. You're going to have to start seeing that some things can never be bought, and you, there's power aside from money. There's power in that interaction with one another, in that sharing with one another. You know, that's going to be the idea. It's kind of tough to explain this, but I hope you understand, guys. The biggest thing for you is going to be just to kind of get away from buy and sell at like a stock price, like a stock, to like, let me enjoy this person, let me read this person, let me spend time with this person, and not look at them as something that I can own, but something that I can enjoy and read them and figure them out, and then empower them somehow, transform them somehow, and they will do the same thing to you. And so that's what's going to happen. It's going to be an exchange of energy, not so much, you know, money. Okay? All right.